I'm Patty Kay, and this is the U-Shaped Business Show. And our topic today is autonomy, purpose, and mastery, and how to leverage those things in your business. So in case you're not familiar with these three terms, they come from Dan Pink, his book Drive. And autonomy, purpose, and mastery are the things that drive us once we are earning enough money. So these are the things that cause people to truly perform in their work. And it's super important to those of us who are self-employed because we have the autonomy actually to make sure that our work meets our needs and drives us forward. So autonomy is autonomy comes with a sense of control. It's being in charge. It's the ability to decide what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So when you hear people in jobs, one of the common complaints they have is about micromanagement. And it's a lack of autonomy. People want to have some control over their work life and when they do things and how they do it. And when you micromanage, you take away that autonomy. It's one of the things that people really dislike about working for other people, especially those of us who have a very, very, very strong need for autonomy. And if you're self-employed, that's probably one of the reasons why you chose self-employment. It's because it gives you autonomy. Next up is purpose. And purpose is what gives you a sense of meaning in your work. It's doing something that matters. And once again, we hear the complaints about meaningless work, those damn TPS reports, feeling a lack of purpose in your job, or even worse, the situation that I faced a few years ago of actually doing work that was contravening my values. So not having any meaning or being involved in something that you don't really believe in leads to this discomfort, not feeling purpose or meaning, leads to unhappiness. And finally, there's mastery. And mastery meets our human need for growth and learning and development. We want to grow as human beings. I believe that we have this drive to learn and to grow. And if your work is boring and monotonous and routine, if you're stuck in I have a friend who's stuck in a very entry-level kind of job. She's been there for years, hates her work because she's not learning anything new. It's boring. So there's no sense of mastery, no sense of improving and evolving. So when we look at autonomy, purpose, and mastery in terms of self-employment, having your own business, the good news is that we get to turn the volume up to 11 on these things. As your own boss, you have all the autonomy in the world. You're the boss. You get to choose what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, if you're going to do it, who you're going to do it with. You have all of that freedom. And with that freedom to make all of the decisions, to decide where your business is going to go, you can create a business that lines up with your purpose so that you can use your life energy to do meaningful work, which is awesome. Autonomy, purpose, and mastery. And here's the thing about self-employment. I often say it's the biggest, baddest, most intense personal and professional development program you can ever take, because in addition to providing the service that you offer, you also need to do all of those other things in your business, take on all of the roles, which means you get to be the boss. You need to be the salesperson and the marketer. You need to provide the customer service. You need to do the administration and deal with things like money and paperwork. And some of these things you'll be familiar with and you'll know how to do them. Others will be new things that you have to learn. Yay for mastery. And that's just the business side. On the personal side, if you have edges, you're going to come up against them. A lot of business problems for self-employed people come down to being personal problems. So this is overcoming fear and uncertainty. It's putting yourself out there, becoming visible, creating habits, making yourself do those things that you want to do, because autonomy comes with it the ability to not do the things that you need to do, which brings us to kind of the downside of autonomy, purpose, and mastery in your own business. And like a lot of good things, Having good things in excess is not always a good thing. Sometimes our greatest skills are also our downfall when we apply it too much. So too much autonomy, too much purpose, too much mastery can become a problem. So you need to look out for this. So too much autonomy often leads to choosing to do something that's comfortable rather than doing something that needs to be doing. You may be able to see a very straight line between where you are now and where you want to go. And along that straight line, maybe some things that you're uncomfortable with or you're afraid of or you don't want to do. So with autonomy, it can be really easy to decide to take some kind of crazy meandering path instead. So on the upside, there's no boss micromanaging you, but on the downside, there's no boss managing you unless you step into that role. So without somebody telling you what to do, this can be a problem. So you need to define your own job. You need to make a plan. You need to execute all of the things you need to take action on a daily basis, and that can be a real struggle. So that's kind of the downside of too much autonomy. Too much purpose can also be a downside because it can lead to wanting to help everyone, to undercharging. Having a purpose, especially a really general sort of a mission, which your purpose should be. It's part of a mission that you can't accomplish on your own. You're one of many, many, many people on the same mission, which is great. It also means that you don't have to do it all, but sometimes we can feel really overwhelmed. We look at our purpose and we go, there's so much to do. There's so many people to help, and we end up spreading ourselves too thin. I've gotten caught up in this problem in my own business, seeing that clients need help outside of the area that I'm helping them with, and then wanting to take additional training and courses to be able to give them everything rather than narrowing down and say, you know what, I don't help with those things. You need to work with somebody else. So it's important to remember in terms of your purpose that you're only one person and that you have that specific piece of the puzzle that you're here to play. So be careful about that with the purpose. Too much mastery. Mastery is this desire to learn. Too much mastery, too much being motivated by mastery leads to endless procrastination while you learn everything that you need to learn before you get started. And I've run into more than a few people who are just, they've even told me straight to my face, Patty, I want to learn everything there is to know about being in business before I get started. That is an endless quest because the marketing towards small business owners is absolutely relentless. Spend any time at all online and there will be something new that you have to learn. It will be the key to success, the thing that you cannot live without, and you need to learn it now. Your business is doomed, because the marketing is relentless and it's very, very good. So there's always something else to learn, and there's always a tempting free webinar to help you learn it. Alternately, for those people who don't get caught up in learning about business, is this wanting to master your own thing that you do. It's about taking yet another coaching program. It's about getting another wellness certification or learning another modality. A lot of my clients have multiple modalities, and they want to get better and better and better. And this is mastery. We want to be absolutely fantastic at what we do. And once again, that's another reason that we're drawn towards self-employment, because we can do that. We can choose to be really good. We can get that professional development. We don't have to stay stagnant. So sometimes we turn that mastery towards getting better at what we do. I did that when I was a programmer. I had a shelf full of books with programming books, programming courses, programming certifications. I wanted to be the best coder ever, but it didn't help with sales and marketing because that's what I really needed to learn. So here's what you need to do with these things to get them working for you. And it all starts with creating a plan. This is the taking a step back, looking at the big picture for your business and creating this overall strategy and plan. This is using your autonomy to do that. And then once you have this plan and you know where you're going and who you're going to work with and what you're offering and how you're going to market it, then you can use your autonomy to create yourself a schedule and decide what you're going to do when, and then you can use your autonomy to get it done. And you can turn your desire for mastery, towards learning the skills that you actually need to learn to develop. So this is, once again, looking at that big plan and saying, okay, where do I need help? What do I need to get better at in order to make my business really fly? And through all of this, because this can be hard work, everyone's going to tell you it's fast and easy, but the honest truth is that it's hard work and it takes time. You're learning a lot of new things. You're taking on a very big challenge in getting a small business off the ground. So you can use your sense of purpose to give you that energy and drive behind it to make you actually do the hard work. So your sense of purpose can really give you that energy and enthusiasm that you need to meet the challenges of being in business for yourself. So, hey, that's autonomy, purpose, and mastery, how to use them in your business. You can visit me at pattykay.com. And if you need help with any of those, if you need some outside perspective, if you'd like to have a chat about it, hit me up for a free consultation or visit my website. I've got all kinds of good stuff there, pattykay.com. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.